welcome back. I hope you guys are having a lovely day. Today we're starting House of the Dragon, and I'm so excited. We, of course, had to start with our Targaryen sweatshirt. We just finished watching Game of Thrones, literally like 3 days ago, and we're going straight forward into House of the Dragon. I absolutely loved Game of Thrones. I loved the world of Game of Thrones. I'm obsessed with it. I've started reading the books. I think it's going to be my new hyperfixation. So I love it. So I'm super excited to get into this. I've obviously picked up a few things along the way. But my first disclaimer is like, y'all, I have tried so hard to avoid spoilers just because like I'm a big person where like I will read books in a certain order to avoid spoilers. Like I don't like spoilers because if I know like something in that realm, I'm going to like pick up all the pieces and I'm going to guess what's going to happen and whatever. So to me, like I really try to avoid spoilers because I clue in too easily. I read too much, So like when I read so much and there's like hints and stuff and whatever, like I pick up these little pieces and it just makes things really obvious for me. So I've always tried really hard to avoid spoilers, and all through Game of Thrones, my mods were giving me timestamps to skip for Night of the Seven Kingdoms and for House of the Dragon. And luckily they were just like small little things that I skipped over. But I did all of that. And then we started reading Game of Thrones. And I just know I'm going to get spoiled. I just know that somewhere along the way, I'm going to get spoiled to these two stories. So at the moment, I've seen one tiny spoiler. And the only reason I know it's a spoiler is because I was talking to my partner about it. He's seen House of the Dragon, whatever. And I was like, is this House of the Dragon? He was like, yeah. It was basically a scene. I won't go too heavily into spoilers if you're watching this for the first time with me, but it was a scene between brothers. And it was mentioned in like the first couple chapters of Game of Thrones. And I was like, no way, I'm already getting spoiled for House of the Dragon. So I've definitely picked up a few things about House of the Dragon along the way. From what I know that it's called the Dance of Dragons, which I think is super cool. I think that's what it's called, which is super cool. And then on top of that, this is when the dragons were still around and the Targaryens were ruling. And then it's a Targaryen war, from what I've figured. And it's between Aegon and Rhaenyra for their like claim to the throne. That's what I've gotten from the show itself. And then from the book, I got that one spoiler about these two brothers. I won't go into any more detail if you haven't seen it before, but I think if you've seen the show, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, I hope. Yeah, so that was a bummer. But I'm also really excited to get into it, and I'm hoping maybe we can like watch these really fast before I start catching up in the books. So that way maybe by the time we finish season 2, I won't be like as spoiled. You know what I mean? But I will keep you guys in the loop if I do accidentally read a spoiler on the books or something like that. I will let you guys know in my intros. But that is the only thing so far that I'm like really worried about, is because I'm reading the books. I'm like, dude, I'm going to get spoiled. But at the end of the day, if I do get spoiled, I won't tell you guys if you don't want to know, because I know some of you guys probably don't want to know the spoilers or whatever, because I know that House of the Dragon is not finished yet, and who basically gets on the throne has not been finished yet. And so I don't know who gets on the throne. I don't know any of those details yet, but I'm sure if I start reading Game of Thrones, I might figure out. So we'll see what happens with that. I don't really know. I know there was like that Joffrey dialogue scene we had to skip in like season 3. And I'm wondering if that exact conversation is in the books, because if it is, then 100% I'm getting spoiled. So I'm really eager to see what happens with that, but I will keep you guys in the loop. And at the same time, it'll still be really fun. Even if I do get spoiled, it'll still be really fun to see how they bring the story to life and, the works. But I'm really eager to see what happens with this. And I haven't really heard much about, I've heard much about it. Like I've heard it's very good and a lot of people are liking it, and there's 2 different sides you can pick, but I don't know the details on it yet. So I'm really excited to get more into it and to kind of get more into the Westeros realm and to get more Targaryens, because we only really got like Dany, Viserys, Aemon, and Maester Aemon, and Jon. So those are the only Targaryens I know. So I'm really excited to kind of get more Targaryens and see if they're just as crazy, or see what they're like and see the dragons. I'm super excited. So that's all I've got for this intro. Like and subscribe, feel up to it, besties, and let's watch our show. Also, guys, in my intro, I had said I wouldn't let you know if I got spoilers. I meant like, I made that confusing. I'm sorry. I meant like, I'll let you know if I get spoiled, but I won't let you know what the spoiler is. So that way I'm not spoiling you guys with me. Okay, let me clear that up. And then I also got Celeste a new bed this weekend. Look at how cute she is. Anyways. We went straight in.
As the first century of the Targaryen dynasty came to a close,
Okay.
health of the old king, Jaehaerys, was failing.
Jaehaerys.
In those days, House Targaryen stood at the height of its strength. 10 adult dragons under its yoke.
Ooh, 10. Okay.
No power in the world could stand against it.
That's so freaking cool.
Jaehaerys reigned over nearly 60 years. Tragedy had claimed both his son.
Where are we?
His succession in doubt. The old king called a great council.
Okay.
Over 1,000 lords made the journey to Harrenhal.
Oh, we're in Harrenhal.
14 succession claims were heard.
14.
Princess Rhaenys Targaryen, the king's eldest descendant. The younger cousin, Prince Viserys Targaryen.
Viserys.
Oldest male descendant.
He's gonna get it because he's a male, huh?
Lord's vassal of the Seven Kingdoms,
That's just so cool.
the Prince Viserys, Prince of Dragonstone.
Rhaenys, a woman,
Damn.
would not inherit the Iron Throne.
I feel like this is a direct foreshadow for Rhaenyra.
Father,
My father.
the Great Council, prevent a war being fought over his succession.
Okay.
The only thing that could tear down the House of the Dragon was itself.
Ooh. Goosebumps. Gonna be sick, y'all. I'm so excited. Okay, so we had Rhaenys and Viserys. They both were in line, and Viserys got it because he was a male. It also seems like he has succession already. 172 years before. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so this is a hot minute before Game of Thrones. I figured. Draggy! That's so cool. Of course, we open the show with a dragon. I love it. Isn't this Dany's song? Or a mix of Dany's song? Oh, that's crazy. There's just like a dragon flying by and people are just walking about. It's like so normal. I want one.
Doharas, Syrax.
Doharas.
Umbas.
Umbas. What are they saying? Was this Rhaenyra?
Welcome back, Princess.
Try not to look too relieved, sir.
I am relieved. And that golden beast brings you back unspoiled. Saves my head from a spike.
Uh-oh.
Syrax is growing quickly.
Syrax.
That's almost large enough to settle too.
Caraxes.
Quite content as a spectator, thank you.
I've heard the name Caraxes before. That's so cool! So are those guys like dragon trainers? Oh, there's a dragon statue. I think we saw that in the trailer. It's cool because we're like in the Game of Thrones world, but you can tell it's like older. I love it. It's crazy. That's Cersei's map room, isn't it? So who's this girly with her?
Ah, Rhaenyra.
It is Rhaenyra.
While I'm in this condition.
You don't like me to go flying while you're in any condition. Your Grace.
Good morrow, Alicent.
Alicent.
Sleep?
I slept.
How long?
I don't need mothering.
Here you are, surrounded by attendants, all focused on the babe.
Hmm.
Someone has to attend to you.
What a good daughter.
This discomfort is how we serve the realm.
I'd rather serve as a knight and ride to battle in glory.
Ooh.
We have royal wounds, you and I. The childbed is our battlefield. We must learn to face it with a stiff lip.
That sucks.
Take a bath. You stink of dragon.
I believe you might be looking up the wrong end.
Okay, so that's Viserys, right?
Lords among the free cities has taken to styling itself the Triarchy,
Free cities.
and are presently ridding the stepstones of its pirate infestation.
Pirates.
It's called Kragas Drehar, has styled himself the Prince Admiral. They call him the Crab Feeder. Due to
Okay, we have a pirate named the Crab Feeder.
And are we meant to weep for dead pirate?
No, Your Grace.
Rhaenyra?
She was on her dragon.
Wait, leaves people wanting for cups.
I was visiting mother.
Ooh, King's Cupbearer.
On Dragonbank?
Hey, Your Grace.
What does a dragon smell like?
I thought you might urge your brother to fill his seat on the council, provide an assessment of his progress as commander of the war.
His brother supposed to be in that chair?
No, one would hope so, considering the associated costs.
Then let's do your gold well invested, Lord Beesbury.
Lord Beesbury.
If those shipping lanes should fall, it will beggar our ports.
The Crown
Okay.
heard your report, Lord Corliss, and takes it under advisement. Shall we discuss the heirs tournament, Your Grace?
Be delighted.
Will the Maester's name day prediction hold, Melos?
Interesting. So we have one problem and then we kind of just threw it out and pivoted to a tournament.
The cost of the tournament is not negligible. Perhaps we...
Take the better part of a week. Before the games are over, my son will be born.
Okay.
We have no way of predicting the sex.
Of course. There's a boy in the Queen's belly. I know it.
Ooh.
And my heir will soon put all of this damnable hand-wringing to rest himself.
Rhaenyra doesn't like that.
Does my father know he's here?
No.
Ooh. That was a lot of talking.
God be good.
It's all right, sir.
Is he sitting on the throne? The throne looks insane. Uncle. Is this the brother we were talking about earlier? The language is so beautiful.
I brought you something.
A necklace?
Do you know what it is?
It's Valyrian steel,
Ooh.
like Dark Sister.
Like Dark Sister.
Turn around. Now,
Why is there so much tension?
it's our ancestry.
This is our uncle. Maybe I'm reading it wrong.
Kevier.
Did you read it? Of course.
Oh, this is so cool.
When Princess Nymeria arrived in Dawn,
Nymeria.
take her husband.
A man.
What was his name?
Lord something.
If you answer with Lord something, Septimalo will be furious.
She's kind of having a lot of little foils to Arya.
You're always like this when you're worried.
Like what?
So the uncle had mentioned that he's the heir, and so the son would be the new heir. So if they have a daughter, then the uncle is still the heir.
As long as I can recall, it's all he's wanted. Fly with you on Dragonback, the great wonders across the narrow sea, and eat only cake.
Serious.
I never just about cake.
Same girl.
Worried about your position.
I like this position. It's quite comfortable.
Where are you going? Home. The hour has grown late.
It's a weirwood.
Nymeria led her Rhoynar across the narrow sea on 10,000 ships pursuers. She took Lord Mors Martell of Dawn to husband, burnt her own fleet off Sunspear to show her people that they were finished running.
That's cool.
What are you doing?
So you remember?
If the Scepter sees this book,
Then the scepter.
Rhaenyra!
Fair. They seem cute. So she's stressed about the sun business going on. That makes sense.
Is it healing?
It has grown slightly, Your Grace.
Oh.
Can you say yet what it is?
Inquiries to the Citadel. They are searching the text for similar cases.
What the hell is that?
From sitting the throne. It's nothing.
You got a cut from the throne?
Bad humors of the mind can adversely affect the body.
Whatever it is, it needs to be kept quiet.
This guy seems kind of snaky.
We should leech it again, Macon.
It's a wound that refuses to heal, Grand Maester.
Ooh.
Cauterization would be a wise course of treatment, Your Grace. It will be painful.
Fine.
That's gonna turn into something, isn't it? Viserys is gonna die.
You spend more time in that bath than I do on the throne.
This is the only place I can find comfort these days.
It's tepid.
It's as warm as the maesters will allow.
Yeah, you can't have hot water.
I wouldn't be surprised if I hatched an actual dragon.
You will be loved and cherished.
Rhaenyra has already declared that she's to have a sister.
That's crazy.
She even named her.
It reminded me of Dany.
God be good. This family already has its Visenya.
Been any word from your dear brother?
Not since I named him commander of the city.
We've heard the name Vhagar before. That's a dragon, right?
The tyranny to celebrate the firstborn son that we presently do not have. Nothing will cause the babe to grow a cock if it does not already possess one.
You're old as a boy, Emma.
Yeah.
Emma.
A bit. I've never been more certain of anything. The dream.
The dream.
Clearer than a memory.
One wearing Aegon's iron crown. And I heard the sound of thundering hooves.
Interesting.
And I placed our son upon the Iron Throne.
Born wearing a crown. God spare me. It's unpleasant enough as it is.
Y'all told me in the comments that Dany had dreams in the books. Is that a Targaryen thing?
This is the last time. Viserys. I've lost one babe in the cradle, had 2 stillbirths and 2 pregnancies.
Oh my gosh.
That's 5 in twice as many years.
That's terrible.
And I'm sorry if I have failed you in that I am. But I've mourned all the dead children I can.
That's so fair. I wonder if the Targaryens have a hard time having kids because of all the inbreeding. What are we doing?
Under on the floor!
This dude is sick.
When I took command of the watch, you were stray mongrels.
Okay.
Now, you're a pack of hounds.
These are gold cloaks.
Hone for the hunt.
Several core.
Prime of every breed has been allowed to thrive. No longer.
Okay.
King's Landing will learn to fear the color gold.
Okay, so yes, gold cloak. Oh, wow. Are these bad people or just random people? Oh my god. Oh, he looks insane. Damn. Ooh. Oh my. Okay, so these are all bad people. This is barbaric though. He looks so cool. Damn.
It was an unprecedented roundup of criminals of every ilk. Your public show of it. Meting out the summary judgments himself. They needed a 2-horse cart to haul away the resulting dismemberment.
Yeah, he went crazy.
Prince cannot be allowed to act with this kind of unchecked impunity.
The prince.
Brother?
Oh, he's here.
Carry on. You were saying something about my impunity.
You are to explain your doings with the City Watch.
The new gold cloaks made quite the impression last night, didn't they?
Did they?
What's with the little ball things?
They're an extension of the crown.
The watch was enforcing the crown's laws.
Public spectacle of wanton brutality is hardly in line with our law.
Of the realm are right now descending upon King's Landing for my brother's tourney. Raped, murdered. You mightn't know this unless you left the safety of the Red Keep. King's Landing is seen by the small folk as lawless and terrifying.
Ooh, interesting.
Our city should be safe for all its people.
I agree. You don't have to maim half of my city to achieve it.
Time will tell.
Okay, so he was cleaning up the mess that was in the streets,
As
basically.
commander to promote law and order, criminal elements should fear the city watch.
That's a good point.
If only the prince would show the same devotion to his lady wife as he does his work.
Ooh.
Been seen in the Vale or at Runestone for quite some time.
The Vale or Runestone?
Yeah, for my absence.
A good and honorable lady of the Vale.
They're said to fuck sheep instead of women. I can assure you, the sheep are prettier.
Wife in marriage.
I'd gladly give Lady Rhea to you, Lord Hightower, if your own lady wife passed recently.
Ooh.
Did she not?
Otto.
Otto.
You aren't ready to move on just yet.
You know how my brother makes sport of provoking you.
Ooh, he's played with him.
This council has, at great expense,
His little smile.
enforced my law. Any further performances like last night's will be answered.
Understood, Your Grace.
Oh, he's a fun one. He's trouble.
King's Landing has been in decline since my grandmother passed.
His armor goes crazy.
This new city watch might be a good thing.
Okay, so he just formed the gold cloaks like for the first time ever? That's awesome. But I mean, what they were doing last night was crazy. Of course. That's nice, honey.
Bonjour, my prince.
The new heir, potentially?
I could
What is he doing?
when with silver hair.
What do you mean with silver hair?
Right of Caraxes, widow of Dark Sister.
Caraxes.
The king cannot replace you.
Kayla's one of my mods and her cat's name is Caraxes. I've been dying to know the context on it.
I know many of you have traveled long league to be at these games.
Ooh, is it tourney day?
I see a group without equal in our histories. Has been made more auspicious by the news. Happy to share. Queen Emma has begun her labors.
Ooh. Let's hope it's a boy.
May the luck of the seven shine upon all combatants.
But I feel like it's gonna be a girl. They're gonna have like this big tournament, all the fun stuff, and it's gonna be a girl. Jeez. Damn. Is that a Tarly?
A mystery night.
No, a coal of the Stormlands.
Stormlands.
Rhaenys Targaryen for the favor. Queen who never was.
Ooh. That's what they call her?
Good fortune to you, cousin.
I would gladly take it if I thought I needed it.
Cousin, it's a Baratheon.
Baratheon's tongue was out.
Tongues will not change the succession.
It's a good point. So is he siding with Rhaenys there?
Massey's son. They're to be married as soon as he wins his knighthood.
Ooh, tea.
Let's get on with it. I heard that Lady Eleanor is hiding a swollen belly beneath her dress.
Oh, they got the good gossip. Baratheon down. She's gorgeous.
What do you know about this Sir Kristen Cole?
Common-born son of Lord Dondarrion's.
Dondarrion.
That he's just unhorsed both of the Baratheon lads. I really couldn't say.
Interesting. I feel like I'm learning a whole new world right now. I want to be that guy.
Prince of the city will now choose.
Prince of the city. Okay, his name's Daemon. I keep forgetting it. Dude, his armor is insane. Okay, so Daemon is a troublemaker, but it seems like his family loves him anyways. Rhaenyra and Viserys both seem to really like him.
Sir Gawain Hightower of Old Town, eldest son,
Hightower.
the king.
Oh. That was a personal pick. Okay, so Hand of the King is Hightower? He looks insane. Ooh. Can we do that? That was dirty. That was cheap. Is he okay? Oh, she's cute.
Win these games, Lady Allison. Having your favor would all but assure.
He's not gonna ask for Rhaenyra's.
Good luck, my prince.
What was that look about? Is that his daughter? That makes sense why she's so close with Rhaenyra. Ooh. Damon's being a little brat right now.
The infant is in breach, Your Grace. All attempts to turn the babe have failed.
Uh-oh.
Do something for her. Much milk of the poppy as we can without risking the child.
Uh-oh.
Strong woman. She's fighting with all her might, but it may not be enough. Emma!
We don't have C-sections?
Emma! I'm here.
I mean, I'm assuming not.
It's all right. It's all right. This is all right.
That would be terrible. It's crazy because earlier in the episode she said like, this is my battlefield. Or like, this is our battlefield. We have like the men at their tourney and then her in the bed. Kill him.
It was ugly.
Wonder if this is how we should celebrate the birth.
It's been 70 years since King Maegor's end. He was green as summer grass. None have known real war. Sent them to the tourney field with fists full of steel and balls full of seed. It's a marvel that war didn't break out at first blood.
Ooh. I like those two so far. They seem very, like, better than everybody. Girl. She's anxious. But what about? Just the violence?
Melos. Your Grace, if you would.
Melos is their Grand Maester, right?
During a difficult birth, sometimes becomes necessary for the father to sacrifice one or to lose them both. Neek is taught at the Citadel, which involves cutting directly into the wound. But the resulting blood loss...
7 hours, Melos.
Oh my gosh. So she's gonna die either way?
You can save the child.
We must either act now or leave it with the gods.
Oh, that sucks. So if they do their version of a C-section, they might be able to get the baby, but if they do nothing, they both die. That's terrible.
Will now tilt against Sir Daemon Targaryen.
That's such a horrible choice to make. And Rhaenyra doesn't know. She's just sitting out here. He said Kristen Cole. That's the one that was beating on the Baratheons earlier, right? Ooh. Is he gonna humble the uncle right now? What was that? Ooh, what happened? I'm traumatized from Game of Thrones jousting.
Yes. You're going to bring the babe out now.
They're gonna do that C-section thing? The medieval C-section?
I love you.
You're not gonna tell her?
No, serious? It's all right. They're going to bring the babe out. It's all right.
Please.
It's all right.
No, I'm scared. Nothing.
Oh, this would be terrifying.
Don't be scared. They're going to bring the babe out. It's all right.
Oh my god.
I'm making the first Please hold it.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible.
Don't be scared.
Oh my god. It's terrible. Then we have the men. Uncle's pissed.
Prince Daemon Targaryen wishes
Ooh.
you
Very pissed.
Come on!
That's cool. Ooh. First episode in, it's already so violent. I guess that's Targaryens for you. Oh, that's terrible. Is she dead? We've got that air in the bedroom and that air on the tourney field.
Yield.
He's so cocky and arrogant. So toxic, but I love it. And the crappy thing is, it's like, she was gonna die either way, you know? If there was a chance to save her, I would have said maybe save her.
I was hoping to ask for the princess's favor.
He's Dornish. Kinda looks like John.
Oh, she luck, Sir Kristen.
Sir Kristen. Oh my gosh.
Congratulations, Your Grace. You have a son.
It's a boy.
It's a boy.
It's so sad.
There's no name.
Balon.
Balon. I thought he was gonna say Aegon. Uh-oh. What was that look? Ooh, did they just find out? Oh, that sucks. I'm surprised that Rhaenyra wasn't there with her mom during that. Since, you know, like Rhaenyra, when she grows older, she's supposed to be in a very similar spot. That's so sad. No way! Baby died too?
They're waiting for you.
That's terrible. Damn. Does she blame him for this a little bit? This is so sad.
Dracarys.
Ooh. Her sounds different. That's a cool way to have like a funeral for their dead though. Also, I noticed there's a saddle on the dragon. Dany didn't have a saddle.
This is the last thing any of us wish to discuss at this dark hour. That of your succession.
Right now?
The king has an heir, my lord has.
Despite how difficult this time is.
Isn't the uncle still the heir?
The succession is already set, by precedent and by law.
Daemon Targaryen.
Okay, uncle.
In the uncontested heir, it could destabilize the realm.
Why?
Daemon would do were he king, but no one can doubt his ambition.
Just because he's too wild?
An army 2,000 strong.
An army you gave him, Otto.
Ooh.
Named Daemon Master of Laws, but you said he was a tyrant. Master of Coin, you said he was a spendthrift that would beggar the realm.
The truth is, Daemon should be far away from this court.
Daemon.
Ooh, we don't trust Daemon.
My blood.
At least this guy doesn't.
But if the gods should visit some further tragedy, either by design or accident...
My brother would murder me. Take my crown.
I mean...
Are you?
I wouldn't put it past him.
Please.
Oh, he's listening.
His ambition, yes. But not for the throne.
the patience for it. The gods have yet to make a man who lacks the
He's laughing.
absolute power.
For the king to name a successor.
Rhaenyra?
The king's firstborn child.
Rhaenyra.
Ooh, he didn't seem happy about that.
Queen has ever sat the Iron Throne. Her instability so concerns this council. Shouldn't break 100 years of it by naming a girl
Not a woman!
Second Maegor, or worse.
Second Maegor.
Duty of this council to protect the king and the realm from him.
I will not be made to choose between my brother and my daughter.
Interesting.
There are others who would have a claim.
Such as your wife, Lord Corlys.
The only child of Jaehaerys' eldest son. She had a strong claim at the Great Council.
Yeah, if we're gonna consider women, why not Rhaenys?
We cannot agree on an heir, then how can we
My
expect
wife
a
and son are dead! Sit here and suffer crows that come to feast on their corpses!
Damn. This is the same day, too? We couldn't have waited till tomorrow? It's interesting. Did I get the story wrong? Is it Rhaenyra and Daemon that fight each other, not Aegon? Maybe I was thinking Aegon because, I don't know, Aegon Targaryen. There's so many Aegons.
Send a raven to Old Town. Straight away.
Why?
My lady.
I don't trust him. What's wrong, girlie?
My darling.
Okay, so that is her father.
How's Rhaenyra?
She lost her mother.
The Queen was well loved by all. I found myself thinking of your own mother today.
Oh yeah, Daemon had mentioned that.
How is his grace?
Very low.
I wonder what happened to his wife.
Is why I sent for you. I thought you might go to him. Comfort.
The king?
Chambers. I wouldn't know what to say.
Stop that. He'll be glad of a visitor.
She's a little pawn in her father's schemes. Poor girl.
Your mother's dresses.
Yuck. Poor girl. And that's like her father, her best friend's father, too. Ew. That's cool. Oh, is that Emma's? I want a ring like that.
The Lady Alicent Hightower, Your Grace.
Alicent.
What is it, Alicent?
It's a pretty dress.
I might come and look in on you, Your Grace. I brought a book.
She seems nervous.
It's very kind, thank you.
I do know how passionate you are for the histories.
Yes, I am.
I feel so bad for her. This is so awkward. Dang, he did all of that? That's so cool.
When my mother died, people only ever spoke to me in riddles. All I wanted was for someone to say that they were sorry for what happened to me. I'm very sorry, Your Grace.
That's so sweet. Uncle is always just chilling in a brothel. Wow, have these really sad, touching scenes and then boobies.
The King Solaire once again. Sweet drink to our future.
She's very pretty. He seems sad. It's good, right?
Before we begin the report, I feel compelled to share. Prince Daemon bought out one of the pleasure houses.
And?
Entertain officers of the City Watch and other friends of his.
Okay, W Commander.
I have long ruled my position as next in line for the throne. All might, it seems I'm not so easily replaced. Give just as the gods take away.
He toasted Prince Baelon, styling him the heir for a day.
Oh, that's effed up.
Did this report with 3 separate witnesses.
That's so effed up.
Celebration.
Dude, that's your nephew.
The image of the conqueror, brother.
Did you say it?
I don't know what you mean.
Address me as your grace, or I will have my Kingsguard cut out your tongue.
Damn. He's not playing.
The heir for a day. Did you say it?
It's a big sword. Ooh, his arrogance is gone.
We must all mourn in our own way, Your Grace.
My family has just been destroyed.
You chose to celebrate your own rise! With your whores and your leg spittles!
Lick spittles.
You have no allies at court but me!
That's true.
Defended you!
He defends you a lot.
You've only ever tried to send me away to the Vale. You've been king, and yet not once have you asked me to be your hand. It's because I'm your brother, and the blood of the dragon runs thick. I've only ever spoken the truth. I see Otto Hightower for what he is.
An unwavering and loyal hand.
A cunt.
Damn.
A second son who stands to inherit nothing he doesn't seize for himself.
Ooh.
He doesn't protect you. I would.
From what?
Yourself.
You're weak, Viserys.
Damn.
And that council of leeches knows it. They all prey on you for their own ends.
Is he wrong?
I have decided to name a new heir.
I'm your heir.
Not anymore.
Oh.
Once. And you are to do so without quarrel.
No way.
By order of your king.
Ooh.
Your Grace.
I do feel like his court is manipulating him a little bit. Because he's much easier to manipulate when his brother isn't there. His brother is such a strong figure. Ooh. He just got another cut from the throne. I wonder if that's like symbolic in a way, like the burden is too heavy for him or something. Is that a... No, it's not Balerion. Shoot, what's the Draggy's name? Balerion the Dread? That's the one Cersei shot?
Father.
That looks insane.
Balerion was the last living creature to have seen old Valyria before the Doom.
Ooh, it is Balerion.
When you look at the dragons, what do you see? It's important. What do you see?
I suppose I see us.
Tell me.
Interesting.
Everyone says Targaryens are closer to gods than to men. Because of our dragons. Without them, we're just like everyone else.
Interesting.
The idea we control the dragons is an illusion. They're a power man should never have trifled with. If we don't mind our own histories, it will do the same to us.
One that brought Valyria its doom.
Must understand this to be king.
The dragons had something to do with that?
I'm sorry, Rhaenyra.
Oh, he's gonna name her.
Wasted the years since you were born, wanting for a son.
That's crazy.
You are the very best of your mother. Daemon was not made to wear the crown, but I believe that you were.
Daemon would be a very interesting king.
Promise to be faithful to named heir, the Princess Rhaenyra.
Okay, so his last name is Velaryon?
I swear this, by the old gods and the new.
But the Iron Throne is the most dangerous seat in the realm.
Ain't that true?
Beacon of the South, defender of the Citadel, and voice of Old Town.
Defender of the Citadel.
And his named heir, the Princess Rhaenyra.
Ooh.
Faith and without deceit. I swear.
That's correct, see? That's so cool. Ooh. A little bit of stubbornness from the Baratheon.
There's something else that I need to tell you. Our histories. They tell us that Aegon looked across the Blackwater from Dragonstone.
Okay.
But ambition alone is not what drove him to conquest. It was a dream. And just as Daenerys foresaw the end of Valyria.
Ooh.
Just to begin with a terrible winter. Sting out of the distant north.
I reconstruct.
What?
Aegon saw absolute darkness riding on those winds.
And then we go straight to a Stark. That's crazy.
When this great winter comes, all of Westeros must stand against it.
That's insane.
All of men is to survive. A Targaryen must be seated on the Iron Throne.
No way.
And the dark.
Thought I was talking about the long night 170 something years before.
Some fire. Is secret.
Is that the dagger?
Now you must promise to carry it.
That's insane.
Promise me.
Her outfit goes crazy. The Targaryens had a dream about Song of Ice and Fire.
You hear my name.
But apparently this dream didn't get passed on to Dany. That outfit is insane. This must be so weird for the other Targaryen girly. Okay, baddie. Dang, y'all. That was such a good first episode. That was so good. I will say I did feel a little lost in some areas just because I feel like it's a whole new world and it's a lot of, it kind of feels like info dumps a little bit just because I'm coming from like Game of Thrones world straight into like House of the Dragon. And so it's kind of like whiplash a little bit where I'm like, oh wait, we're in the past. So there is like a lot of new houses and new places that I definitely have to learn, a lot of new names I have to learn. But I'm hoping I followed okay, because we had a little comment. I think the conversation when we first opened the show, I was really like kind of thrown off and kind of like having a hard time following just because there's so many new things. But I think I started to get my footing as we went along. But this was really good. I'm really excited and hopeful for what comes next because a part of me is still wondering if I got the story wrong and if it's Daemon and Rhaenyra instead of Aegon and Rhaenyra, because I just, there's so many Aegons that maybe I just assumed it was Aegon, because Daemon seems like he's going to be a really big problem. And I also think it's really interesting that we have, I think, Hightower, the Hand of the King guy. He really doesn't like Daemon and Daemon really doesn't like him. And then we kind of see Daemon's mindset on that a little later in the show or in the episode. And he makes a comment about how Viserys is weak and his council is kind of like preying on that. And I never really like noticed it until Daemon made the comment. And now as I look back on all those past conversations, I'm like, actually, yeah, that's 100% what's going on. That also makes me worried where like I'm happy that Rhaenyra is getting coronated right now, but at the same, if that is coronated, but at the same time, like, this is exactly what the council wanted. Why did they want this? So that actually like makes me kind of worried, because as crazy and wild as Daemon seems, I think they want him out of court because he's going to be really difficult to manipulate. And when he's in court, like, that makes Viserys difficult to manipulate, because then you have Daemon who's standing here telling you like, hey, this is bad. Like, hey, they're messing with you, like whatever. So I think they want Daemon out of the picture, one, because he's like wild and uncontrollable, and two, because he's not easy to manipulate. And so when they get Daemon out of the picture and they get Rhaenyra in the picture, now that's somebody who's very easy to manipulate. So that makes me definitely anxious for the story going forward, because I know that Hand of the King is crafted. He is snaky. Literally, like the first scene we got with him, I was like, I don't trust this dude. So he's snaky. And I think it's really crazy that he's using his own daughter to kind of like move things around on the board, which is just so Kingslandy. It's so, Cersei would love this dude. So I'm really eager to see how this progresses, but I do see how this is going to get messy. I see how this is going to get messy, especially when we have like characters like Daemon who seem very hot-headed and very like arrogant and egotistical. Like when you have characters like that in the mix, it gets messy real quick. So I'm really excited to see what happens with this story, but I think it's going to be super fun. I'm sure I missed some stuff. I'm sorry, there was kind of a lot going on this episode, but I will have my intro much more put together, and let me know in the comments if I missed anything big. But yeah, that was a great first episode, y'all. That's all I've got for today. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.